I have some new tour dates to tell you about. These are new. I'm going to let you know Colorado Springs in the Colorado, October 23rd. Casper, Wyoming, October 24th. Billings, Montana, October 25th. And Missoula, Montana, on October 26th. Looking forward to getting into that beautiful part of America. Also, we have shows this weekend in Las Vegas, August 30th and 31st. Then Bend, Oregon, Spokane, Portland, Vancouver, Oklahoma City, Northern Little Rock, Springfield, Kansas City, Sioux Falls, La Crosse, Green Bay, Moline, Lafayette, and Beaumont, Texas. Get all your tickets at theovon.com/TOUR. And thank you so much for supporting live comedy. And make sure you go through that link. Otherwise, you'll end up on a secondary site. And those aren't the prices that we are charging. Gang. Hope everybody's well today. I was touching my legs earlier. I never touch. I realize as I get older, I never touch my legs. I just, I'll touch the top of them a little, but rarely do I put my hands just along my entire leg on each one. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So, good to be here. And hope you're having a good day. What's going on? We just did a run of shows up through Connecticut and Maine, and then out to Moncton, which is in New Brunswick, which most people didn't know existed, to be honest with you. Nothing against them. People just nobody knew. And then we went out there to Halifax, and just beautiful in the summertime, that whole stretch. And and people like lobster out there. I noticed that. People like lobster. And at first, you get it's interesting because as you go along that coast up there, it gets, how people communicate about lobster it changes. I noticed that for sure. If you're in Providence, Rhode Island, a guy will run up with a gun and be like, "Hey, you want some fucking lobster?" But as you get it gets less aggressive and just more like into the word as you get up towards Maine. They're like, "Lobster, you want some lobster?" And then about to Bangor, Maine, like, "You want some lobster?" They just keep saying, everybody, I don't care if you say it or not, but everybody you talk to wants to talk about lobster. And then you get further out to New Brunswick and Halifax, and they're just like, "Yeah, I want some lobster. You want some lobster." And I'm amazed how I guess I'm amazed how much people love lobster, and that people get it. It's involved in every conversation as you go up that stretch of the country and of the nation and of the world. And we'll put some of it up on a map so you can see where I'm talking about. But everybody, it's just like, "You want some lobster?" No matter who you're talking to, they're like, "Yeah, we're going to have some lobster." Tiffany's having a baby, and so somebody's cutting up a lobster over there. So just fascinating to witness that. And we were really up on that lobster trail up there. But beautiful to see it's just like nature is just showing her cooter up there. It is, that whole area is just like, God dang. Mother Nature got some new tits, you feel me? It's just like that kind of vibe up there. So that was beautiful. We got to do that. What else? Went to a farmer's market. yesterday. I don't know if you've been to one of those recently. We get there. There's a guy like selling a mitten. You know, he had one mitten or whatever, and he's trying to. He was saying like, well, if you have once the one hand is warm, then you put it on the other hand. I'm like, I just if I'm doing mittens, dude, I'm doing both mittens. You know, I'm not trying to be like a creep or whatever, but I want to do both mittens. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be some guy who's just swapping, changing his mitten onto a different hand each day or each 40 minutes or whatever. So that was like a concept a guy had, this guy like One Mitten Andy or whatever his name was. He had like a little booth and that. They just have the weirdest shit, you know. They had a guy selling secondhand tomatoes. And I'm like, dude, I want my own tomatoes. You know, I want tomatoes that have no mileage on them. When I get that bitch, I don't want a bunch of old fingerprints on it or like, you know, I don't want the tomato. I don't want to look at the tomato and it remembers its old family or whatever. I just want the tomato for the first time, you know? And I feel like at farmers markets, that's the stuff you get. You know, you get like a lot of you just get like a lot of crazy stuff at farmers markets. You know, you'll get they had to do with like a bunch of lamb eggs or whatever. Like he had like 11 lamb eggs, and I'm like, how do you even egg a lamb? How do you even get an egg out of a lamb? You'll see some dude who had like the freshest milk or whatever. It's like milk is so fucking fresh, you know? And there's like the most naturist dude is like, just has milk just pouring down his fucking chest, and it's just like thick milk, and if you put your ear up to the little jar of milk or whatever, you can hear the cow wisp. You know, it's that fresh. You can hear like the cow just being like, "This is my milk" or whatever. Just real super fresh stuff over there. They had everything's like farm to table, and like they had farm to table tables. They had actual tables, and I was like, "Damn, that's farm to table," you know. And then there's like little tents where like there's like bitches selling whispers and shit, and you're like, "What?" And yeah, for like $3, some bitch will whisper to you, and. So that was crazy. They had everything there. They had like Paleolithic eye drops, or some dude in it with a baby Bjorn with like a dachshund in it or something, and he's just giving him just fresh milk, boy, and he just bottle feeding a fucking dachshund, some dude, and yeah, and they have like real farmers and stuff, and then they have just like lesbians that get up early or something that are saying that they're farmers or whatever. It was I don't know. It was a farmer's market, man. You've been there. They got carrots. They got fucking you know, you can get your name carved in a carrot or something. You know, Scotty was here or something, 1997 or something. You know, just shit like that. They'll do that kind of shit, like carrot carvings. You know, there's some girl with big lips, and she'll just suck earwax right out of your skull for fucking $9. That kind of stuff, man. So that was that. That was, that was, I guess, kind of some of what's been happening. A lot of touring. Thank you to everybody that's come out recently. I'm a little tired today. I'm going to like a wellness retreat for a few days, so I'm looking forward to that. What else? Well, there's more. We'll talk about it, man. We'll talk about it in just a second. I want us to get into the episode. So yeah, I feel a little all over the place, but that's okay. You know, that's sometimes how we feel. And, yeah, I wanted to just spend time today, baby. Praise God. Let's get into it. Gang, baby. This is There Is a Light.
Whenever you're down, out in the cold, faithless and dark, your story's untold. Come take my hand and walk there with me. I know a place where we can be free. There is a light shining for you, guiding your way, helping you through. And shadows and gloom are all that you see. We'll find a place where we can be free.
Gang, baby. That is There Is a Light by the Stone Keepers featuring David Manuel. And if you like that music or that style of music, then you like it. And that's okay. What's going on? Been quite a time. I went to professional bull riding the other night. And I've been involved in some pretty, some naughty stuff, baby. You know what I'm saying? I've done some things with some ladies that you definitely, you'd cover the kid's eyes type of behavior. But I never seen any of the, I don't want to call it romance or whatever that's going on. But they just, because they get these young fellas, a lot of them, and they put them on these animals' backs. And I don't know if the bulls are male or female. That's the part that, because I'd ride I've been on some thick things, baby, but, and that's, if you can't afford heat, baby, that's what you got to do, baby, A thick girl, baby, that's just that wiener mitten, baby. If it's winter, that it is what it is, baby. That's love. That's the dang Lord's freaking love, baby. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, but I don't know if there's any, I guess there's no eroticism in it, but I'm sure for some of the fans there is. But watching that was fascinating. My buddy Matt West, he's been on this podcast before. Him and Jess Lockwood came on, and he invited me over there to PBR to watch the games go on, and it was fascinating, man. It's great. If you get to go do that or rodeo, I talk about that a lot. I love those events, and I'm surprised that there's not more gay men watching rodeo, I think, especially for the times when it's a male rider on a male animal, because you can't see that kind of, you got to pay a lot of money to watch some illegal shit, some illegal streams, probably to see some of the stuff that's you can almost witness or imagine when you see some of these fellas, just riding these animals. God. And it's like, I don't know, some of it's a lot, but, what else, dude? We went to interview Donald Trump. And that was crazy, bro. I'm like, I couldn't even believe that we got to do it, and I'd had a long week. It was a long week. Everybody has a long week, blah, blah, blah. But I'd had a long week, and then we go up there, and now there's like a lot of Secret Service getting into, it was at Bedminster golf course. So there's a lot of Secret Service getting in there. So you got to stop here, and this guy kind of touches your pockets or whatever, and this guy, somebody's reading your ribs or whatever. They got a mystic out there reading your ribs. They got people patting you down, people patting you up. One dude's patting you up. I'm like, God, this guy's, obviously doesn't have a wife. And so, you stop. There's a couple locations you got to stop and get frisked and patted and wanded and wizarded. And, Yeah, they just ask you craziest questions, you know, like they'll be like, what's your middle name, you know, and then they'll be like, oh, does your mother fuck a lot? And you're like, what? I don't, you know, but they're trying to, you know, see where you're at and see if you know anybody from Russia or whatever. And then, so I get there, and I had like 40 minutes from when I got there to when it was time to do the interview. So only had a limited amount of time, and I had to, you know, I had my clothes with me. I had my suit coat, and I had 2 shirts. I had one pair of boots, one pair of regular shoes, and bathroom kit, hairspray, just to, you know, look the best that you could. And I was super nervous to get in the room, and I'm just kind of making sure, you know, the producers, Zach and Nick, are there. My tour manager, Bizzle, is there, my right-hand man. And so we were, you know, just getting everything, like, organized and making sure it all looks, you know, just like we normally do, making sure everything is legitimate. And then they had like the flags in the background. I'm like, holy shit, bro, this is like the damn Pledge of Allegiance came to life, bro. It was, you know, it just felt super real at that moment. And there's like there was a Secret Service guy kind of over just like in one corner of the room. I believe it was just a guy. And he was kind of near the restroom. And so I was like kind of afraid to go piss or whatever, because I didn't want, you know, I don't know if they're like listening to you piss or whatever. I don't know what everything that they do or whatever, you know, if he's like, thinks I'm like, you know, using pee or piss or whatever to do like Morse code into the water or something, you know, I don't know all their training or whatever. So I'm like super scared in there. And I ended up just peeing in. They had a cup, like a red Solo cup that I brought in there with me. I peed in it and then just poured it into the toilet, dude, like along the side of the toilet wall so it would be real quiet. You know, I think I was getting super paranoid. And then, so anyway, it starts to get like, we talk with his advisors. People start to kind of come in just to make sure everything's cool. And this room has all been like, searched or whatever. And, you know, drug dog, bomb dog, sword. I think they had a sword dog come in. 2 dogs just came in. We're like, who the fuck are these dogs, dude? You know, and one of them ate a thing of peanut butter crackers that my buddy had. But so anyway, so we're sitting there and like, you know, I'm going through like my questions and my thoughts and, you know, and yeah, I was just nervous. Like, you know, I was just mostly I was just nervous, I think. You know, I'd met Donald Trump before a few times at UFC, and I'd met his sons enough so that, you know, right when I saw him, I could say, hey, you know, I met you with Dana White. And yeah, so he comes in and I kind of walked over after he came in because he was like not in the little place where we were shooting yet, and just like, you know, said, hey, and just let him know I was thankful for his time. And then we sat down, and sorry if this is getting boring. I'm just trying to think. We sat down, and then we just went through the interview, you know. And I thought one thing that was nice, I thought it was nice that he said that his son had been the plug to have me come in, you know. I know Dana White had obviously helped a ton and made it happen, but that he'd asked his son, is this a guy's podcast that I should do? So I thought that was kind of neat, just to know that he, like, you know, checks in with his son Barron or whatever about different stuff, you know. So that was yeah, it was cool. It just went so fast. I only had a kind of a limited amount of time, and it went so fast. And then next thing you know, we had to wrap it up. And I was like, I couldn't, I wanted to ask like one more good question, but I didn't know what to ask. And I know that, sorry, I'm saying a lot, guys. I think I'm nervous even reciting this for some reason. I think I just feel, yeah, I just feel like a lot. I think I just feel like a lot of energy or something. I'm not sure. I feel kind of activated, I guess. That's where I'm at today. So I had one more question, and I wanted to ask him, Michael Jackson used to live in one of the buildings that he owned. So I wanted to ask him about that because, we've been trying to learn about Michael Jackson. So, yeah, that was it. And then it went pretty quick, and then he had to go do something. There was some, the next thing that he had to go do. And then some of the workers came up that worked at the golf course, and we walked around and took some photos. I got to meet Ivanka Trump and her husband Jared, which was pretty cool. And it's rich there, dude. They got a pool where all the umbrellas are nice. You know what I'm talking about? The umbrellas are nicer than, it's the kind of umbrella where they take it away when the rain comes. You ever been to somebody's place like that? Like when it rains, they put the umbrellas away because they don't want them to get messed up. And it's like, well, that's its job. So they had nice umbrellas. They were like probably 200 thread count or 700. And, yeah, and the umbrellas, I think, had a special pattern on them or something. This was what somebody was telling me. One of the security guys was telling me there's a special pattern on the umbrellas where birds will not defecate on that umbrella if they're passing by because it's like an optical illusion or something. So I thought that was pretty cool, man. When you got enough money or enough nice stuff where the birds aren't even shitting on you. You're like, damn, that's nice. And that's crazy to know that just because if you're poor, the birds shit on you. So that was like, that kind of blew my mind. I was like, damn, I want to make enough money one day where the bird, where I'm free of these, these chains of bird shit or whatever that bind us. What else was interesting about it? I'm not trying to brag about it. I just think that some people would think that it's interesting. I wanted to talk with him. I wanted to learn more about his family a little bit if I could. Yeah, I wanted to ask that Michael Jackson question and I forgot. I wanted to ask if I thought that if he thought that he had a better chance of running against Biden or Kamala. And yeah, and then I just wanted to talk to him. I wanted to, I know he had a brother that passed away from alcoholism, and I wanted to just to talk about that, just to learn about it a little bit and see what that was like, because I know that a lot of times we talk about that stuff on here, and if there's a way to talk about it with people. So, but yeah, I was super nervous. It even makes me nervous, I think, even thinking about it. I wore like a suit coat or something. And that made me, that just makes you fucking nervous. You just feel like a damn stuffed animal when you put those things on. You feel like just a little teddy bear or something. You feel like you're just supposed to do, like you're just supposed to get angry at your secretary or something and then cheat on your spouse or whatever. You just feel like you just can't handle it kind of shit. Like those jackets kind of make me feel like that too, but I wanted to be respectful. It's definitely, it's a respectful environment. And I'd never gotten to talk to a president. I mean, I'd gotten to see one kind of in passing, and but it was just fascinating. So that was fascinating, man. And then, this was one thing that was really cool. So afterwards, there's a restaurant at the golf club in Bedminster. It's really, it's beautiful, but the grass all looks like it actually went to supercuts, not like just somebody did it with a mower. It's like, like somebody, it's like the lawn looks like it waited in a chair for its appointment with a barber. It's just nice. And Oh, and there's Secret Service. This is the craziest part. So there's people playing golf, and then there's just secret little setups of Secret Service people with, I don't know if they're cannons or whatever, hand cannons or something, artillery just placed in different spots. So yeah, I think you just got to be careful where you hit your ball over there. But so there's a restaurant. So we go up there, and I'm sitting and I'm eating dinner. Before I have to leave, I'm getting some dinner with one of his staff members, and we're sitting at a table. It's just me and him. The guy I'd been communicating with, his name is Alex, nice guy, really creative guy. And then Trump comes up for dinner at some point. I didn't know this. And they play the song Proud to Be an American when he comes up, right? Which is it's crazy. It's a vibe. But they play it, and so the song, so everybody's standing up and kind of clapping, and you think the song's over, right? It's a kind of a long song, and then it's like, you think it's like over, and then it's like, and I'm proud. It does it one more time. You're like, all right, let's go for this ride again. And then he sits there. He keeps at his table. He keeps the iPad with the aux cord or whatever. And so throughout the meal, he's just playing songs. He played. What did he play? He played some Poison, I think, Unskinny Bop at one point. I think. I'm trying to remember. He played, during Soup, they played Trick Daddy, which I thought was awesome. I've never had Soup to Trick Daddy. And then, Baby, 'Cause I'm a Thug. And then, at dessert, during dessert, they played Smooth Criminal, which I thought was the best thing ever, bro. So anyway, the whole thing it was just interesting. It was like, and it all happened so fast. And then I left immediately to the airport. So it just all happened so fast. If you're like me, you're constantly thinking of ways to keep things safe around you, especially in today's world. It's risky out there. About a year and a half ago, my truck got broken into, and I thought, well, the next thing really is my home. My home's right there. It's right in front of my truck. So I started finding ways to keep things safe, because that's what I needed. And my research led me to Simply Safe. That's what I'm using now. For over a year and a half, Simply Safe is who I've trusted to protect my home, and the level of security and customer care has been incredible. I sleep better every night knowing that Simply Safe's 24/7 monitoring agents are standing by to protect me, and if someone tries to break in and to send emergency help when I need it most. Protect your home this summer with 20% off any new Simply Safe system when you sign up for Fast Protect Monitoring. Just visit simplysafe.com/Theo. That's simplysafe.com/THEO. There's no safe like Simply Safe. Today's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Yep. We all know what's going on. We all know that people are suffering from depression and people are having tough moments. And sometimes they don't get through them. That's the truth. I've had friends that have chosen alternative routes instead of getting help. And it's heartbreaking. If something's bothering you, or there's a moment you're not understanding in yourself, or you're feeling different, it's normal. What's not normal is not getting help. BetterHelp, that's who you can call. I'll let you know that BetterHelp, if you're thinking of starting therapy, that's who you should try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. That's right. Never skip therapy with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/THEO today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, betterhelp.com/Theo. And we thank BetterHelp for supporting this podcast. Yeah, and that's what went on, man. That was the interview, and what else? Oh, something great that happened recently. We got to go over to Stowe, Vermont, and go swimming. They had like a beautiful, it's like a beautiful town. If you've never been there, it's really great. Even in the summer, I think it's a skiing place. But apparently the skiing, I think, is like, it's like East Coast skiing, whatever that means. I'm not sure what it means, but during the summer, it's nice. They have all these like places you can swim and cliffs, and we went fishing up on this like kind of small mountaintop or this like really high hill. Yeah, and that was pretty magical. I'd never gotten to be in that area, so that was pretty stunning to be up there and just be even close to where people start talking about lobster. Yeah, it's like however you can say, whoever says lobster the deepest is like the best person in town or whatever. It gets to be the mayor. And once you get into Maine and up there out in the, that eastern Canada, it's like lobster. Every now and then there'd be like a Mexican guy and he'd be like, lobster. And he'd be like, hey, lobster. You'd be like, this guy, he's doing it differently, because there's the old-fashioned white guy who's like, lobster. And then you'd have the Mexican guy that's like, hey, lobster, hey, que paso, que lobster. And then you'd have a brother in there and be like, lost, dog, where these hoes at, lost. So anyway, that's what's going on over here. You ever had lobster? Riley Mao, you ever had any lobster?
I have.
Nice, brother. And where'd you have it? Is that a traditional food in your aquarium or whatever?
It is not.
Okay. Okay, and where'd you have it at, Buddy Bear?
I had it up in Boston.
Ooh, yeah. That's where they'll punch the fucking lobster to death. They fucking fist cook it. They'll be like, get it. They hit it 45 times in a row, That's where some girl up there will give a lobster, frickin' BJ wearing a Kevin Youkilis jersey or something, or a Dustin Pedroia jersey, and she's up there BJ and a lobster. Was it good up there, buddy?
It was.
Nice, man. What's been keeping you busy, Riley Mal?
Just working.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're feeling good. How's your health in your body and everything?
Really good. Really good.
And how do you know if you're healthy? What signs do you get from your body?
Just if I feel good, then I feel good.
Alrighty. Anything new in the dating world?
Kinda.
Yeah, what you got, you little squirrel buddy? What happened?
Well, back in March, I had a little incident with a girl.
You had an incident, and was cops involved, or it was?
No, it was more. I met her at a bar,
and
then went home with her that night.
Whoa, bro! And where was the Lord, brother? That's what I want to know.
He was up there.
Wow. Okay, bet, man. All right, we'll come back. I want to talk to you about it in just a minute, man. I want to take a couple of calls. I want to look through a little bit of news here. What happened? I see, Trump brought out RFK Jr. in Arizona. We got to have Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump come on. I loved Bernie Sanders. I felt like he got really just screwed over by his party. I thought that was really messed up. I'd always hoped that they would have had a Trump and Sanders ticket. I thought that would have been interesting. I know people don't like politics and stuff, and I don't really care who people support. I think it's good to vote for sure. I sometimes wonder what our vote means anymore, but that's out of our control right now. You just do the best you can and you go vote. That's what I feel like, or for me. I'm not telling anybody to do. You do whatever you want. But I thought this was interesting, though. Because I always thought it would be interesting if you had like whoever didn't win the presidency should be the vice president. That way you have to have like not an enemy, but somebody who has different views in your same thing, so that you guys have to like negotiate and figure out the best thing for everyone. You know, that's something that I always kind of wished that's the way that things were, you know? So like if a Republican won, then the Democratic nominee was the vice president. And if the Democratic won, then the Republican nominee was the vice president. I always thought that would be interesting, because then it creates constantly where it would seem like you're having to work together to get a solution on different topics and stuff. But I'm novice and things like that. I don't know. But yeah, getting to meet with Bernie was amazing as well. I'll talk more about that next week. What else was I thinking? Oh, but Trump bought out RFK Jr., you know, and I love Bobby Kennedy. You know, he and I have been friends for years. People can think whatever. He's an awesome guy. You know, he's just a good guy. I feel like he's just dedicated. He cares. He's smart. And I think he wants wellness for people. And so that's why I think it was pretty fascinating that Trump offered him a spot if he gets the election. And the Democrats kind of shot themselves in the wiener, or the trans wiener, or whatever people have to have. And I'm not claiming anybody has anything, but because they should have, you know, they didn't really make it. They made it so hard on Bobby to get on the ballots that he didn't really have a choice except to kind of join a side with the hopes and the promise, it seems like, that he will get to be in charge of or spearhead the things that he cares about most, which are people's health and getting like big pharma out of our bodies, you know, and out of our influence and everything, I guess. I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm going to get off politics now because people have different thoughts about it. But anyway, I just thought that was interesting. It's funny because it seems like Trump is just being different. You know, even when you saw, like, when he brought out Bobby Kennedy, it was just more, it felt more thoughtful than he had, like, spoken in the past. You know, I don't know, just seemed kind of interesting. But I thought that's super that Bobby has a chance to get a job, or not a job, but because he doesn't need a job, but that he has a chance to get, like, to do what he really cares about. I thought that was pretty super. So, and then people, people say, oh, well, Trump, people often refer to Trump as like a shady businessman. But it's funny because politics now, it's not like who's the best person or anything anymore, really. Politics, the whole thing is a shady business. It's a dirty fucking business that's compromised at every corner. It's not about who's the best. It's about so you need a dog in there, I think. That's one thing I'm realizing. You need a dog in there. Because yeah, politics is just a dirty business. So yeah, you don't hire a peacekeeper to do a thug's job. I know that. So anyway, what else happened? There's a U.S. pilot, it says here, who took magic mushrooms and tried to cut the engines while they were in midair, I guess. Oh, this is pretty interesting. An Alaskan Airlines pilot who attempted to shut off the engines of a passenger plane mid-flight after ingesting magic mushrooms said his actions were unfathomable in some of his first public remarks after he was indicted on 83 counts of reckless endangerment. Wow. Unless he was listening to that song, I Just Wanna Fly by Sugar Ray. If he played that while he did it, that's kind of a vibe. I don't know. I've never been a pilot on drugs. What else? The Taliban says it wants people to visit Afghanistan. I'm good. No, I'm good. And yeah, that's what we got, man. We're going to get to some calls here in just a second, and then we'll check back in with Riley Mal and see what's going on, baby. and seeing if that little bust guppy has some, if he's been churning that butter, baby, you know what I'm saying? If he's been buttering that lobster. We'll be right back. Man, when I put my Tommy Johns on, I feel good. Feel comfortable. It almost feels just almost athletically emotional in a way. I feel calm and capable. That's what Tommy John does for me. Tommy John fabrics can keep you 2 to 3 times cooler and then dry 4 to 5 times faster than regular cotton. That's right. That's what Tommy John can do for you. Tommy John is different from other men's underwear that I've worn because it feels a little more kind of designer, more like it cares that it's comfortable. No questions with Tommy John. God, it's comfortable and it's warm and cool. It's kind of whatever you need it to be. And they have different layers. You can kind of put it together yourself, man. Make your body mean something to you, God. And when you show up in that bed, if it's just you or if it's somebody else, God, you look good. Shop Tommy John right now for huge summer savings. Get 25% off your first order at TommyJohn.com/Theo. Save 25% at TommyJohn.com/Theo. See the site for details. You know, when I started podcasting online, the furthest thing from my mind was having a shop. You know, we have a shop online where we sell different shirts and merchandise from that relates to the podcast. And in the beginning, we sold one shirt, and we sold it out of a basement near Akron, Ohio, and there was some alcohol issues or whatever, and then we had to change speed. And now, years later, we've evolved into a full-blown store, and I can give a lot of that thanks to Shopify. Shopify, from the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage, Shopify is there to help you grow. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S., and Shopify is the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooklinen. Because businesses that grow, grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Theo, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/THEO now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Theo. All right, let's take a couple calls here. And as always, the hotline is 985-664-9503. Yeah, and sorry I'm all over the place today, guys. Last week was just, it was crazy, man. You know, it was crazy. Yeah, everything's good. I'm just looking forward to having a break. So here we go.
Hi, Theo. I am calling from Nashville/Franklin, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee, baby. Beautiful area. Small city. Big town. Can't cheat on your wife. Not that kind of place. Somebody will know. Onward.
I have a little, story/issue I wanted to get your thoughts on. I have a friend who has been dating this guy for 3 months, and she already doesn't have a whole lot of security, not a whole lot of money, and now she's just revealed to me that this guy he is homeless.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah. Well, guys are homeless. You know, there's guys, sometimes you see them and they don't have a home around them, you know, and that's the guys we're talking about. And, yeah, look, first of all, if she's dating a homeless guy and she's probably, I'm guessing they're probably making love if they've been dating for 3 months, then, you know, a vagina is just a little home, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It's just a studio apartment for you, wiener, baby. And so it's a start, you know? So it may not have the square footage that he's looking for, but I think it's a start. And so I'm just glad to see that. I mean, nothing will make that dude want to get a home more, probably. You know? I mean, definitely. I touch a nice tit. I want to make sure, you know, I want to buy a damn Jeep Cherokee or something. You know, you want to get something, you know, it makes you want to, you know, keep trying. So praise God to that. And I'm glad that she's out there servicing those boys. You know, I see some homeless guys. A lot of times I give them $1, but I'd love to give them, you know, half a can of Persia or something, you know, that they could, you know, that they, you know, that they'd really enjoy or something. They should have a dang can Persia. So you could just, you know, crack open a can and give it to, you know, Big Samuel or whoever, you know, who's over there just, you know, just nibbling on his own sweater and hoping God sees him, you know. Praise God, baby. Let's take another call here.
Hey, Theo. First time caller to this podcast or any podcast.
Thank you for the call, brother. And as always, the hotline is 985-664-9503. Onward.
I wanted to call in and say I thought you did a really good job with the Bernie Sanders interview. I thought your questions were well prepared and smart. I thought that you raised sort of good counterpoints to some of Bernie's ideas that I feel like, you know, people might want to hear addressed. Overall, just a really strong interview. Thanks for doing it.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I appreciate it, dude. I was so excited. I mean, I was, yeah. I'll talk about that a little more next week about what the exact experience was like. But, I was just, it was crazy, you know, because here's a figure that I thought was really neat. And, you know, I admire some of his policies. And and some people can say, well, these guys are all shills for this. And I don't know about all that. You know, I know that politics is very dirty. And I know that even these men will say that democracy it's money based. So it's bought and paid for. I mean, you know, but I liked, some stuff that I learned from talking with Bernie, I was able to ask Trump about, you know, so it really helped me. But I just like his vitriol. It just, you know, I like seeing my dad was really old when I was a kid. So that's my reference for, I mean, Bernie, you know, Bernie's the age. How old is Bernie Sanders, Riley?
He is 82.
He's 82. Yeah, so when I was 12, my father was 82. So I see him, you know, just like, you know, I think there's, I don't know. There's something about, I don't know. I can't explain it exactly, but so to see those men still, you know, going and doing things and having determination for things that they believe in, you know, and then I choose to believe that they believe in them. And I don't know. There's something about it that's awesome to me. So yeah, thank you, bro. It was definitely. What was that like? It was so. He just. I'll talk about it next week. Man. Next Tuesday's episode, I'll talk about it a little bit. But yeah, I can't even believe it. You know, I got to see these folks and have them come on and you know, the simple fact about the healthcare, it's sick. It's a huge scam, and everybody, we're all just living in this scam, and our politicians aren't protecting us. It's unbelievable. So that shit gets me activated, bro. You know, when people are sick and you take advantage, but thank you, bro. Not trying to get into policy or, you know, I don't know about policy. What else? Let's do one. Here we go.
Hey, Theo. This is Richard Ayton from Mississippi.
Hey, Richard from Mississippi, brother. Welcome, brother.
A long-time fan, first-time caller. And I just had a thought yesterday. I was on the lake. I was surfing, having a good old time, and we're driving by, and I see this woman on this pontoon boat, and I'm telling you, she may be weighed $150, but those breasts probably took up 125 pounds of it, son.
God.
And I looked at her, and I didn't even get aroused, per se. I just thought, I was like, man, I need to get on my credit score, You ever seen a woman that's so beautiful, a rack so nice, whether it be a man, a woman, or hell, if you're into it, maybe a damn animal that just, makes you want to feel like you got to better yourself and seek opportunities in life. Like, something that makes you know that you want to go for that promotion.
Amen, man. Yeah, thank you for calling, especially from out on the water. And, yeah, we were just talking about this. We're just talking about, something that just keeps you in the game, Riley, what were we just saying about, I was just, I'm talking about correlating something with this guy's call?
I'm not sure.
All right. Shit, I can't remember. But yeah, dude, sometimes you see sometimes you see like that, some girl have that dang Mount Chestmore. She'll have damn 4 presidents and 2 tits, and you're like, God, for those about to rock, we salute you. It's just, that's a thing, boy. She'll have those fucking peanut butter falcons on her, baby. God, baby. She'll have those fucking land bears. You know what I'm talking about? Those just huddled up in hibernation, baby. Them things just staying warm for winter, boy. She'll have them fucking milk lobsters. God, baby. And you just want to fucking baptize a mule in the milk of those things, brother. You just want to fucking wash a little man's ass with that, with the beautiful splash that comes out of those bad dogs. God. All right. Sorry. I'm falling apart here, but everybody's okay. Let's take another call here.
Hey, Theo. This is John from Kansas City.
Hey, John. Thank you for calling. Kansas City. We got a show coming up there, I believe, and I'm excited about that. But let's hear more, brother. Onward.
And I got a question for you. So my dad is currently, doing that powder, and he's been doing it for a while now. He'll get these episodes where he's just angry, and I don't know what to do about it. So I just want to try to figure out how to help him get back to normal, get back to being the dad that I remember, because it's scary. But anyways, I just wanted to see your thoughts about it, see if you could maybe, give me some insights on what I should do.
Gang, man, thanks for calling, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry that your dad's going through that. I don't know if he's an addict or if it's just something that he's doing for fun, but obviously it's affecting you. I think, maybe just try to sit and talk with him and say, hey, Dad, I feel like, don't accuse him, but say, hey, maybe I feel like this is something that's going on. Do you feel like that's something you want to be doing, or do you feel like it's a problem? I don't know. The only way that I have had success is through 12-step recovery. That's the only way I've had success. And, I've had some relapses, but that's the main way that I've found sobriety in my life. And, they have NA, Narcotics Anonymous, for drug use. And there's probably even a CA for cocaine use. There is. So I don't know. Maybe you could offer to go to a meeting with him. Maybe you could go to a meeting and ask some people there if they had any suggestions. But yeah, just let him know that you care. And then, you could even ask him if he doesn't want to talk about it. You could ask him, hey, is it okay to ask you about it again in a few weeks or something? Is it okay if I check back in with you about this? Because even then you're opening a little bit, if he's willing to say yes, you're opening a little bit of a door, because people have to be willing to get help for themselves, I think. And I'm not preaching. This is just some of my own experience and things that I've seen. We have to be willing to get help for ourselves. But sometimes I'll notice, I have a friend that's used that trick on me before. And it's a trick really, but it's not really. He'd ask me about something. If I was having a problem with something, he's like, do you want to talk about it? I'd be like, I don't want to talk about it. But then he'd be like, hey, is it okay if I talk to you about it again? If I ask you about it again sometime? Can I check back in with you about it again in a few weeks? I want to make sure you're okay. And by saying, and I would agree to that, and by agreeing to that, it's slowly making me a little bit willing to hear something different, right? Because that an addict needs is willingness. They just have to get a little willing, and then willingness will grow, right? So sometimes that's a way that you can maybe, I'm not trying to trick your dad, but it's also a way where you can create a way, hey, I'm going to check back in about this. And then when you do check back in with an addict, it reminds them, oh, this person cares. And connection is one of the biggest remedies for addiction is connection. So anyway, I'm not sure if some of that makes sense, but you want to get a little bit of willingness out of somebody. So sometimes if you get a no, it's like, hey, can I check back in with you about it? But I'm sorry you're going through that, man, and I'm happy that you care about your dad. And I bet he's not happy about it. And he probably doesn't know where to start. But yeah, it's, people have to want to help themselves, but sometimes we can help plant a little bit of seed of willingness by creating some patience and a chance for a little bit of mild accountability in the sense like, hey, can I check back in with you? So anyway, man, I love you, brother, and hang in there. And we'll holler, man. I'm coming to Kansas City, and if you want to bring your dad out to a show, I'm happy to get you guys some tickets. We don't have to say anything about this, but that'd be my treat, man. Let's see if we can get one more call.
Hey, Theo, this is Alex from little Lena, Wisconsin.
Hey, Alex, from up there in Wisconsin, brother. And glad you're here with us today, brother. Onward.
Calling here with some good news today. Today, at the date of this call, at this exact time, my mother is 100% cancer-free. She texted me, she said she rang the hell out of that bell. So I thought I should just...
Let's go, baby. I'm upstairs. Gang, dog. Congratulations, man. Wow. I can hear the relief in your voice, man. I'm going to play it again. I want to hear it again.
Today, at the date of this call, at this exact time, my mother is 100% cancer-free. She texted me, she said she rang the hell out of that bell. So
let's go.
I thought I should just bless your day with some good news, just as mine was. And yeah, man, I just want to say I listen to your podcast every day at work. Get me through it, man. I appreciate what you do. Me and my girlfriend are going to see you in Green Bay. Coming to Green Bay.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, she surprised me with tickets, which I was very grateful for. She's amazing. Well, praise God, baby. Gang, gang.
Gang, gang. Wow, dude. That's awesome, man. Wow. It sounds like you got two really great women in your life, man. It sounds like you choose well. Man, that's so cool. Man. Yeah, I can't even imagine. God. Yeah, the peace y'all must be able to feel for a little bit. You know, we don't know sometimes the stresses that are going on in the back of our man. It's like, yeah, one day a friend called me and he said, man, I'm finally getting into recovery, you know, or into rehab. And man, I just suddenly just started kind of breaking down. I didn't realize that that a part of me, it was almost like having a browser window that was open on your computer, you know, but that you're not on the page, had just been running, you know. Or just, you know, worrying, you know, the same things that we all have. You know, just part of me had been, invested there. And to get to have some peace there, you know, just to feel a little bit of like hope. You know, a little bit of hope for relief and a little bit of relief. So that's beautiful, baby. Gang, son. Let's go, boy. B9, homie. If I'm playing bingo, they call him B9. I think benign means, that mean the tumor's okay, Riley?
Yes.
You sure? You think?
I think.
All right. All good, brother. I think it is. And no judgment, man. It's who knows. Alex's mom, baby. She's off that chemo, baby. Ding, 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 ding. That's cool, man. Thank you for sharing that, bro. Yeah, when you share that, it just puts something in me, you know? Makes my eyes get up. Makes my eyes create a little bit of weather in them. You know? And that's all right, daddy. That's all right. I got these Transformer shades on today. Hair's doing good. Let me see what's up. Hair's doing good. I'm fucking thug Amish today, dog. You know what I'm saying? Where the butter at, babies? Gang, dog. Let's raise a barn, homie. I'm about to raise a barn in my pants, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because we seeing big teats out on the water and cancer free on the land, baby. Riley Mal. Let's get into it, man. So what's going on? You had some romance or take me on so you said you met a girl and where'd you meet her, you said?
I met her at a bar.
Oh, okay. And did you just meet her point blank or you had arranged to see her?
No, I just met her there.
And did you make eye contact or was she wearing anything? Was she eating anything?
Yeah, she was wearing a dress and eating wings.
Ooh, damn, boy. And you said, damn, baby, I know what'll go with them wings, baby, this little banana pepper, huh? And so what happened then? Did you approach her? Did you bring her some of those little wet napkins? What happened?
Yeah, there was an open chair next to her, so I sat right next to her.
Wow. And did you have a wing? Did you?
I did.
Okay. Okay, so now you guys have something in common. You both are enjoying a wing. And then I guess what occurred from there, because it sounds like things escalated.
Yeah, we just kept talking for about an hour. And then she wanted to...
Hold on a second. If you had to use 4 words to describe this woman, because we want to get a visual picture. 4 words, right?
Let's see.
All of them don't have to be the most positive. They can just be general words. Some of them obviously should be positive because she seems like a special, or she seems like a neat girl.
Yeah, blonde.
Okay.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
Female. And
that's all right. That's good. That's good. 3's good, man. You have one more in you, or what do you think?
Nope.
All right. All right. Put that one down, actually. Okay, man. So blonde, female. What was the third one? All right. What else happened, man? So, Jesus.
Yeah, so I was talking to her for about an hour, and she wanted to get in my car and leave.
Now, did she say it or you said it?
She said it.
And what did she say?
She said something like, "Hey, did you drive?" And I said, "Yeah."
Good
And
answer.
she was like, "Cool. You wanna leave?"
And where'd y'all go?
Back to my house.
No. And now, Riley, at this point, you still in your ejaculatory promissory note with the Lord is still intact, right?
Correct.
Okay. So you've never ejaculated. You have a woman now at your house. Right when you bring her inside, what do? Are you playing any music or anything?
No, it was all quiet.
No, you're one of those silent guys, bro. Put a song on, dude. But that's okay. That's okay, man. And so what happens? And you guys come in the house. Where do you sit down at?
Well, we didn't sit down yet.
You didn't sit down yet. So you walk in.
Yep.
And what happens? You guys
Just started kissing.
No. And was she taller than you a little?
A little bit.
So do you have to go up on the feet, up on the toes a little to kiss her?
A little.
That's okay, man. That's fine. That's a lot of that's gravity. People, in space, everybody's the same height. That's something that's, so who even knows what's happening? But, okay. So you guys are smooching in the living room, and where are the roommates?
They were both gone.
Wow. And
so then, after that, we just went upstairs to my bedroom.
No! Wow. And now, were you starting to get nervous, or how were you feeling, man? It's got to be crazy for you, right?
Yeah, no, I was pretty nervous.
And what were you wearing, shorts or pants?
Pants.
Fuck yeah. A move, dude. Okay, so you get upstairs, and then what happens? You go in your room?
Yeah, go in my room.
Pervert. And then what happened? And did you guys lay down, or you listening to any music, or it's still silent?
Still silent.
Oh my God, bro. Why is it so silent, dude? Are y'all fucking sneaking up on someone? Are you guys playing hide and go seek? Why is it so quiet?
I don't know. I just didn't think of putting any music on.
Do you have any pets, or was there anything moving around in the distance or anything?
Nope.
Okay. What happened, Riley? Take us there, buddy.
Yeah, and then we just started, doing a lot of things.
No, you guys laid down on the bed or just standing up?
Oh, lay down.
Okay, so you lay down on the bed. Were you closer to the wall or on the outside?
I was on the outside.
Wow. It's kind of I think sometimes you're supposed to be closer to the wall so that the woman doesn't feel like you're trying to like capture her or something. I read that somewhere, but okay. So, and what now? Were you guys nude or whatever?
Kind of. So she had everything off.
What?
And I still had my pants on.
Oh my God, is she from frickin' New Jersey or something?
I don't know where she's from.
And you still had your pants on?
Yeah.
No shirt, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, like a fucking 70s actor, dude. Okay, and then what starts to happen?
We just kept kissing.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know, I just started doing things to her.
Oh my God, little buddy. Were you touching her body and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, and that was your first time ever touching a woman's body like that?
Yeah.
Wow. You're going to hell, buddy. I'm joking, man. That's a joke, dude. And did she touch your body as well?
Yeah.
No. So what happened? Did you end up, how did it end, dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you end up, creaming that little nugget, or what happened?
I did.
No! What? Riley Mal. Wow. It's still coming out of your nose. Sounds stuffed up, actually. Wow, brother. I can't believe it, dude. You've been yerping that little frickin' pants pencil, huh? God, baby. You've been balking that little choy, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, dude. You've been burping that little yellow Muppet, homie. Gang, gang, dog. Good God, boy. And was it like, did you let her know it was the first time?
Yeah, she knew.
She knew? How did she know?
I think she has watched the podcast before.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. Damn. So you really got compromised then.
Yeah.
Do you feel a little bit taken advantage of?
No.
Respect. Wow, buddy. Damn, boy, that 11th toe, baby. That'll get you, dude. That 11th toe, baby, that Asian wiener, baby, praise God. Wow. I mean, did it seem like a lot? Like, cause you like, what? And what part of her body was she? Did you have sex or no?
Yes.
You what? Oh my God, bro. I thought you said you were waiting until you were married.
Things change.
Not in the eyes of the Lord, they don't, brother. Wow. You had frickin' sex, dude, with a woman.
Yep.
Way to go, man. Bro. That's crazy, dude. And how many times did you guys engage, or what did you do after? Did you hug after?
No, we both fell asleep.
Oh, God. That's romantic, dude. And then what happened? Y'all engage in the morning again?
No, that was it with her.
And has she ever come back around?
Nope.
No. My God, brother. I can't believe she snuck in and stole that freaking batch, baby. Stole that first pitcher of Kool-Aid out of mom's Christmas closet, dude. I can't believe that. And did you try to engage with her again?
Not with her.
But you've been talking to other women?
Yes.
And you haven't engaged in sex with other women?
Yeah.
What? Bro, I feel like I don't even know you anymore. Sorry, man. That's kind of guilt tripping you, dude. I don't mean to be like that, bro. It's just crazy, dude. I just can't believe that you've been out there just nutting all over and everything, or just meeting people or whatever. Gosh. Yeah, because I noticed you look a little different, man. You got more like, I know she had some necklaces and stuff on. Do you feel different?
Yeah.
What do you feel like?
I don't know. I just feel more alive.
Do you feel now when you're talking to a woman like they know that you are about that, you know what I'm saying? You about that fucking, that hot pocket, homie, you know what I'm saying? You about that fucking, that third, that you're about that fucking low smile, you know?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
So you feel more of a sense of bravado?
Yeah.
Dang, baby, praise God. Wow. And did you have to pray about it or talk with your pastor about it? Because I know you were intent on waiting for marriage, man.
No. Yeah, no, I haven't talked to them about it.
Have you even emailed your pastor or whatever?
Nope.
What? Bro, you said you were waiting for marriage, and now you're out here just nutting around, the town or whatever, large town, and, now you're out here getting people to pet that baby lobster, and you didn't even email the church?
Yeah, no.
Damn, boy. And you've been squirreling around that young gravy, homie. And dude, if you'd never ejaculated, the clarity, the post-nut clarity must have been insane, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, you must have just been like, what the fuck, dude? I'm a little Asian guy, like it must have just like, you must have been just mind blown, brother. Wow, man. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations, dude. I don't see a lot of that. Come over here and shake my hand real quick. I just want to shake the hand of a man that's come recently this year. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Good to see you, brother.
You
right, go back. Wow, dude. Oh. And was there anything afterwards? You just like, did you sit in silence after? Do you bow or whatever? Like, what do you?
No. No.
Did you tell your parents?
Nope.
Who was the first person you told?
My who did I tell? I don't remember.
Wow, man. That's crazy, brother. People are beating cancer. People are beating off Asians. The world is blossoming. Our lives are blossoming. Yeah, I guess they are. I don't know. Did you wear a condom, brother? You know what I'm talking about? Or the Lord is your condom?
I did.
You wore a condom. And what type of condom did you get? A special kind?
I just got like one of those, I don't know, regular Trojan ones.
Okay. Just the regular, yeah, I think I don't know if it's pleated or whatever. I can't remember what some of them are. That's crazy, man. Did you feel like it was romantic at all?
With the first one, no.
Okay, but there was the second one was romantic.
Yeah, that happened to be last week.
Wow. And where'd you meet that girl at?
I've been friends with her for a while.
And finally you guys just took it to another level?
Yeah.
And is it you guys still talking to each other?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's something there?
Yeah, we're still seeing each other.
Damn. Yeah, dude, I can hear your nose is even stopped up with all of that. I think when there's so much in your system, yeah, I can't believe you didn't just lose weight in your legs, bro. Because if you'd never ejaculated, that's just, God is with us here. Oh, gosh. I feel like it's the day after Christmas now, man. Are you relieved that the journey's over?
Somewhat, yeah.
Do you miss it a little?
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's something, it's always like, people always say it's about the journey, not the destination. And I think thinking about sex sometimes is exactly when you think back on after you've had sex for the first time, sometimes some of that's like that. It's like the not knowing, the curiosity, the uncertainty, all of that that's where the story is. You know, the other part's the ending. And that sounded like I was preaching there. I was like reading out of a damn Reader's Digest or something. Man, well, I'm happy for you, man. Welcome to, being like a biological male or whatever they call it. And I can't believe you didn't play any music, bro. Bro, if you're putting on some sex or something, dude, you got to play something romantic, bro. Play some ZZ Top, play some Usher.
Well, I didn't know about the music, but after I found out what she does as a job, I figured she would have.
Does she have a specialized job?
Yeah, she's a stripper.
Oh, so she's a dancer or evening dancer, they call them somewhere?
Yeah.
Or sometimes they call them like pole babies or whatever it's called. Candy cane pussy or whatever. I don't know what they even call it. Okay. Wow. And do you think she just came down, slurped you out because she knew about it and wanted to just get that gumption out of you?
I think so.
God damn, dude. Was she Vietnamese or something?
No, definitely white.
Wow. And did she keep the I'm not sure what it's called, sebum or whatever? Or like did she keep the frosting? I don't even call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. The unjackable, the Titanic has sunk. They freaking came in. and somebody came in and just permed that little baby corn on Riley Mal. Yeah, and I noticed you just came in with more swagger. I see you got some jewelry on. What is all that?
Yeah, just a couple new things I've got.
Yeah. Just a couple new things I've got, baby. Just a couple little ornaments on this lobster. I love you guys, man. Thank you for supporting me, and thank you for supporting yourself. Thank you for, just letting us be a part of each other's worlds. You know, I don't know what exactly we're supposed to be doing, but I feel like we're supposed to do something big. I just don't know what it is yet sometimes. But yeah, just hang in there, you know, and give yourself some grace, man. If you're being hard on yourself, if something's give yourself some grace. You know, that's something recently that I've just like, man, it's like, look, man, give yourself some grace, Theo. You know, you know, give yourself some grace. So I'm not preaching at you. I'm just kind of sharing. I guess sometimes I'm just sharing things that I need to hear. But yeah, I can't believe we got to go interview some of the people we did last week, and that was exciting. And yeah, I'm just excited. Football's back, and there's exciting things to think about and be a part of, and make sure to just be good to yourself, baby, because you deserve it, baby. Gang, gang, Riley Mal, man. Oh, we thought that nut would never get out of you, brother. You have any final words after all of that?
No.
That checks out, brother. We'll go out the way that we came in here, man. With There Is a Light right here, baby. There Is a Light by Stonekeepers, featuring David Manuel.
Whenever you're down, out in the cold, faithless and dark, your story's untold. Come take my hand and walk there with me.
Riley Mal.
I know a place where we can be free. There is a light.
Riley, did you make like a sound or whatever when it happened finally?
No.
Nothing.
I mean, just breathing out, but
savage.
All that you see, we'll find a place where we can be free. From the mountain tops down to the deepest valley, hear a voice calling you. It's the rising sun shining in the darkest valley. Can't you see you can be free? I have been far, I have been wide, searching for peace, somewhere to hide. Now I am free, open and pure, fearless and babe. I am secure.
Gang, gang, baby. You guys be good to yourselves, baby. You deserve it. And love y'all. Praise, baby.